So yeah, I've been keeping busy with stuff like that. And, you know, another thing, like I said, not a lot of anime going on in New York, right? And original animation, that's a tough nut to crack. Now, there's more of that happening in LA. You know, you got your Disney stuff, a lot of your Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon stuff. They record that out there. There is some of that work in New York, not as much. But, you know, you gotta expand your horizons. So, do you know who, like, produces most of the animation that you see here? Who's, like, actually on the computer drawing this stuff? Anybody know what country? India. Now, used to be Korea, and now India's getting more. So then, you know, if you're an enterprising person, you're like, you know what? Maybe, you know, we should reach out to some of these other markets and see what they got. So, I've been working on some Indian animation. And let me just track this down. Yeah, so I've been working on some Indian animation, which is actually kind of fun. And this is a show called Raju the Rickshaw. And it's for little kids. It's going to, I don't know exactly where it's going to air. I mean, we're doing it in English for India, so I mean, I guess there's a large English-speaking population in India, but there's also a great demand for English language programming all over Europe and Asia. This will probably never play here, because it's too foreign, and American people are afraid of things that are foreign. If you haven't noticed, all you anime fans who get looked at funny by, you know, all the adults in your town. But it's a cute little show, and there's actually, this is full of people that you will recognize. Jason Griffith is the lead character. Do you know who Jason Griffith is? Jason is Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, yeah, it was, but he will always be Sonic the Hedgehog. Come on, just as I am not currently Storm Shadow, I will always be Storm Shadow. When you're the president, years after you're out of office, they still have to call you Mr. President. That's how I look at this. Anyway, Jason is in this. There's Wayne Grayson is in this, and Wayne was, of course, a Ninja Turtle, and he's you know, Brooklyn Joey, whatever, in Yu-Gi-Oh! And he plays somebody in this. Mark Thompson, who is the greatest voice actor I've ever worked with. He plays a bunch of characters in this. Anyway, let's check it out. Have you seen this thing? No. I'm not going to make you listen to this whole song, but the One Piece that was produced by 4Kids in New York, the chick singing, she played Luffy in that. That's actually her background because she's a Broadway girl. So she does a lot of singing. Anyway. So, I spent a lot of time working on stuff like this.
Raju bumped the beach ball so hard, it bounced all the way into town.
Which is actually a lot of fun. Because also, in addition to doing the voices and directing this show, we do all of the music and sound design. So, like, I'll end up playing some music on here.
The bus stopped.
Check out the bus. See if she talks.
Hello, Rickshaw. Oh, is it hot as it took me?
So that's Lisa Ortiz. If anybody knows Lisa, who's Lena Inverse in Slayers, and Deedlit and Lotus War and a lot of 4Kids stuff.
Our beach ball. Please don't tell me Bobby ran over.
But I did a lot of the sound design on some of this, and the sound design basically is all of the background noise, the environment, the sound of the environment, the ambient noise in the air, the sound of the car's engines, the ball bouncing.
Open your eyes now, darling.
And I have such a good time doing that. I mean, there's guys who do that for a living, and, you know, I just did it here and there, but I did this episode. And it's so much fun. Let me find my character.
Bring the box, meet you there late.
The beach has slowly hurried on.
Hang on. There he is. I'm the motorcycle named Vic.
Vic, wait! Bobby needs help. She's had a breakdown. She needs to get back to the garage.
Breakdown, huh? She'll need a tub. Sounds like a job for a big, strong truck.
Like saying.
Hey, and I think I know right where to find it.
Where?
At the beach, like everybody else in town.
So, it's funny, so I play, Vic, and, Vic is sort of, all right, let's go, yeah, woo, and, there's another series we're doing. Now, a lot of these also we do prelay. Does anybody know what prelay is? Prelay is when you record all the voices first, and they animate to your performances. It's the way original cartoons are done in the United States, and actually most of the world besides Japan. Japan actually dubs their cartoons. They make it dubs too. They animate first, and then dub in the voices afterwards. Which I guess is more cost effective for them, which is why they do it, because production is very expensive in Japan. But a lot of this we do prelay. So we'll record the voices and then they animate to our performances. So we're doing another show, which is, it's a superhero show in India. Is anybody here Indian or from India? No? Alright. Well, yeah? Have you ever been to India? Did you live there? Well, have you ever heard of Shaktiman? Everybody go and Google Shaktiman and watch the opening theme song from the live action show. It's hilarious. Shaktiman is like Indian Superman, basically. And there's like 600 plus episodes of the live action show, which is funny because now the guy is like got a pot belly and he's 45 years old and whatever, and he's running around in his, Shaktiman suit. And the opening theme song, it feels like it's 10 minutes long, and it's, anyway. But we're doing an animation of that, which is actually this really big deal for India, because this character has been around forever, and I guess they've never done an animated series before. So that, they're still animated, but we've been doing performances. So I auditioned for it, for a bunch of different parts, and one of the parts is the big, sort of this chubby stoner roommate who kind of sounds like this. So he also sounds like this. So in India, I am the prototypical fat stoner person. So like I am their stock like surfer stoner guy, which I think is kind of funny. Yeah, I keep booking those parts. Mark Thompson, who I mentioned before, who's a fabulously versatile actor, he's New York City's stock stoner guy. He gets all those parts in New York, which is funny because Mark he's a preacher when he doesn't work on this stuff. So the whole stoner thing is probably a little bit of a mystery to him, but he really manages to channel it. So anyway, that's an example of something else that I've worked on. There's all sorts of other weird stuff, and like I said, it's programming from around the world. You gotta get creative. There's just not enough work to go around, and it's not gonna come to you, so you gotta go after it. So one of the other things that I worked on recently is this, and this we did like a spec project. So I don't know if we're gonna produce this series. Hang on. Hopefully we will, but we'll see. And Sean Schemmel, who's a guest here, he also worked on this with me. He did the script adaptation, and he plays bad guys in it. And this is a show from China, and it's like they sort of took like a Power Ranger Voltron thing. You got 5 robots that make one big robot, but everybody's animals. So the lead character is kind of a riff on Sonic the Hedgehog. So Jason plays him.
Impossible. The computer shows everything's fine.
Gentlemen, our computer defense system has been
And this also
compromised.
Sean is
Sound
the
the alarm.
scientist.
We must stop them.
The woman is Veronica Taylor. You guys know Veronica? She was Ash in Pokemon for the first 8 seasons, and she's been in a ton of other things. You get to some sort of, there you go.
They'll never finish building the Dragon Knight races, let alone the entire Dragon Knight Legion.
That is also
His
shown.
nose is twitching. I guess he's happy.
You have it all wrong. Hyenas wag their tails when happy, but our boss waggles his nose.
And me and Jason are the comedy robots. But anyway, so there's a lot of other programming like this out there that we're doing work on. Because like I said, you know, anime not so much. But there's a couple other things I want to show you, and then we'll start talking about questions and whatnot. Another program, last year I showed a video. I don't know if anybody saw me here last year. I showed a stop motion project that I worked on. Everybody know what stop motion animation is? It's also called like claymation or whatever, but stop motion animation is beautiful and amazing, and the detail that goes into it is insane. It's much more like making a real live action film, because, you know, you have to worry about lighting and the sets and all the little details that go into it. It's unbelievable. So last year I brought in a clip of something that I did, that I worked on called It's All Elementary, and it was created by some of the creators of the Boondocks. Everybody seen the Boondocks? Yes, Boondocks is a fine, fine show. And the main writer from the first 2 seasons and one of the producers of the show put this It's All Elementary together, which basically focuses on an inner city school. The cast is predominantly black, and a lot of the characters are plays on hip hop performers and like pop culture icons. So there's like a kid named Dante Best, and he's Kanye West, and there's JV, and he's like Jay-Z, and I played a kid named JT, who is like Justin Timberlake. And it's really smart. It's a really intelligent show and everything. And so that's still being shot right now, and apparently, you know, like people are digging it. So we'll see if that ends up happening. But there's another little stop motion project that we worked on, and I love this thing to death. There's a couple of bad words in it, but whatever. You already heard me say, like, fuck is Dave Mustaine, so might as well hear someone who's a giant Knish say it. This is called Hard Boiled, and it's kind of like a gritty 1970s cop movie with breakfast food. Check it out.
The goddamn press loves you, knuckleheads. Of course, the goddamn press doesn't have the civilian review board in their face 24/7. Tell those grade A sissies to get scrambled. Nothing's ever over easy with you, Harry. It's always gotta be hard-boiled. Hey, I get results, and I'm a damn good cop. Oh, good cop, maybe. Bad egg, definitely. And you, Callahan, you're dangerous.
You're goddamn right I'm dangerous. At least that's what the ladies say.
Fucking bonehead. I'm talking about trichinosis. The last guy you roughed up contracted it. Innocent man, it turns out, too. So what I need is for you guys to lay low for a little while. Give the egos a rest. Take it easy and relax. Maybe do some desk work. Kind of like what I do. You think you can handle it? I got a thumb and an ass, don't I?
You won't want to break it up.
God damn it, you know I don't touch pork. Now get the hell out.
Isn't that good? That's right. God damn it, you know I don't touch pork. Yeah. I love that thing. And anyway, so, and that thing, that's a minute and a half long, okay? That probably took like a month to animate. I mean, what you got to see there is with, you know, and there's only one location. It's just the commissioner's office. And but every move they do, it's shot 24 frames a second, 24 still pictures for every 1 second of picture. So Right there, it's 90 seconds, 90 times 24. That's how many